Hello there. Welcome to my channel Coffee Bezels. I'm an amateur watch enthusiast who loves to talk about watches. So if you're into horology, feel free to hit subscribe, give this video a like, drop me a line on Instagram, Reddit, or here. Links are in the description below. Full disclosure, this is my first unboxing and review video on any social media platform. So all opinions here are my own and completely subjective. Right then, I've got something really special and exciting. And this came a few days ago, and I've been eagerly waiting to share this with all of you. So what you see in front of you is obviously the Kurono Tokyo Shanghai Special Edition. It's called the P1 for the purist in us. It's the Kurono Tokyo Chronograph P1. It is not your run-of-the-mill chronographs from the big boys. This is a watch that stands out and oozes so much old school charm that I fell in love with it when it first came out. I've been following the brand for quite some time, and I just didn't have the opportunity to buy a Kurono Tokyo watch because every time I went in and I was ready with my details, they used to get sold out. This time was no different, but luckily I decided to get myself waitlisted. And lo and behold, I had an email in my spam inbox from the brand saying that they managed to secure me one item if I was willing to go ahead with the purchase, which obviously I did, and it's here. So happy Chinese New Year to me as well, and to everybody out there listening. So let me take you what's in the box, and then we'll talk about the watch itself. So what you see in the box is we got some paperwork that came in, and then we had these invitations covers that they sent. Not sure why though, because they were all blank and empty, but I guess it's for the Chinese New Year, for you to share your love with your loved ones. I guess that was that for that reason. That's the warranty card, and that's the box that the watch was in, but that's about it. Obviously it came demagnetized and sanitized, and I'm taking it out of the box because I just couldn't stop myself and I was quite eager. So let's look at the watch now. Now that is just stunning, isn't it? Have a look at this. This is the Kurono Tokyo P1 Shanghai edition. I have on good authority, when I looked it up in quite a lot in detail, that only 68 of these were ever made. Obviously the brand is not going to confirm or deny. So, you know, that's at least my take on what was done for this. So it is extremely limited, and it will never going to be remade again. So I'm really, really lucky to have sourced one of these. I don't think I'm doing enough justice to this watch with my amateur video skills either. But anyways, we'll do our best. So let's talk size here. This sits at 38 millimeters in diameter with a 46.8 millimeters lug to lug, which means it's pretty much the perfect size. Not too chunky, not too dainty. And it sits around 13.5 millimeters thick. It's got a bit of presence, I must admit, but it is nothing like you're strapped a dinner plate on your wrist. The case is stainless steel, very highly polished. Trust me, this thing shines like a new pound coin. You're getting that classic Kurono Tokyo aesthetic, vintage inspiration, but with a modern twist. What really, really caught my attention of this release was the dial. Let's just talk about it, because that is where I think most of the magic happens. Unlike your standard sunburst or lacquered finish, this uses a pointillism technique, meaning thousands of microscopic dots create this gorgeous medium carmine hue that you see around the watch. It is just amazing how they've got this hand painted and finished. It must have taken a long, long time and perfection of the artist to do it, which is just beautiful. Proper artistic flair, if you ask me, and one of the reasons Kurono Tokyo stands out from the crowd for me. Also, the Gothic numerals at 12 and 6, they're just stunning. It's like something out of a Victorian pocket watch, but with a modern finesse. Have a look at the 9 o'clock. You see that subdial over there, and I don't know if I can capture it. Let's see, I'll do my best. So what you see there is a guilloché texture adding a little extra class. And you take a look at the sub hand in itself, that is a traditional Japanese kyudo arrow shape, a lovely nod to the precision and craftsmanship that Kurono Tokyo has now come to stand for. And for me, this is where Hajime Asaoka-san really flexes his design chops. The combination of high polish leaf hands with modern hour and minute hands is a signature of the Kurono design, inspired by high-end watchmaking, which you would only see in chronographs of the 1950s or the 1960s. But here's the real kicker for me. The tips of the minute and the chronograph second hands are actually bent by hand to follow the curve of the dial and the crystal. No straight off shelf hands here. This is old school watchmaking you're seeing at its finest. And get this, a bit of watchmaker's folklore here. These hands originally were bent over the roof of a die-cast toy car to get a consistently perfect angle. And even today, each and every Kurono Tokyo watch hand is still bent by hand. Now that's dedication. And that is something I think we must cherish and admire. Now, what we have inside ticking is not something pedestrian. I'm going to say it is an NE86 PWT movement, and you're going to say, oh, that's a standard Seiko movement. Yes, but Hajime Asaoka-san was not having that. He has personally modified this movement, stripping out the date function and reworking the crown to a single stage pull. A small tweak, you may say, but it makes the whole experience so much cleaner and so much more refined. And it's not something any watchmaker can easily do. And this chronograph, you still get a column wheel chronograph with a vertical clutch. So you get super smooth start and stop action. Not that old school jitter you get from some other chronographs. It's proper stuff. So hear that. That's the start. And a stop, and obviously the reset, because this is not a flyback chronograph. But hey, I'm not complaining. That was just music to my ears. The strap, it's not something to write home about. It's fine. I'm going to see if I can get some other aftermarket straps to actually put onto it to really push the aesthetics of the watch to the next level. It's a nice, comfortable black calf leather, nothing too wild, but it works. I personally would love to see this on a bead of rice bracelet or a vintage style strap to really lean into that retro chrono look, but let's see. Straight out the box, it's comfortable, it's lightweight, it's going to be my daily wear for some time now, and you don't need any wrist muscles like Popeye to pull this out. Final thoughts. So the final verdict for me is this watch is flipping fantastic. You get a unique dial, guilloché subdials, kyudo arrow detailing, and a proper tweaked movement. All that in a size that fits like a dream. And the best part, this is a limited edition, meaning you're not going to see it on everyone's wrist. Try getting that level of exclusivity from the big Swiss brands with the price tag, without taking out a second or a third mortgage. And this level of finishing and finesse, all the best. Anyways, that's my opinion, but enough of me. So if you're a fan of independent watchmaking, or you just want a chronograph that's different from the rest, I would strongly advise this is a serious contender. But what do you think? Is this the best looking chrono of the year? Or is there something else that deserves the spotlight? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll probably need to spend a bit more time looking and enjoying this watch in more detail. I'm clearly falling in love with this piece. But again, thank you for listening. If you've been all the way till this part of the video, hit subscribe if you like it. And that will support me and the channel. And I'm doing this as a hobby, so feel free to DM me and we can catch up, or reach me or hit me out on the comments out here. Happy to connect. Take care. Peace out. Cheers.